The Oracle Incident: How Larry Ellison Built a $200 billion Fortune on One Idea He Almost Didn't Start. On September 10, 2025, Larry Ellison became the richest person in the world. His net worth hit $393 billion. 24 hours later, he wasn't anymore. An Oracle stock price fluctuation, the same fluctuation that created a $200 billion fortune, erased it just as fast. This is the story of how one man's refusal to accept his own poverty built an empire that survives by doing one thing better than everyone else. Lawrence Joseph Ellison was born August 17, 1944, in New York City. His biological father was an Italian-American Air Corps pilot. His mother, Florence Spellman, gave him up for adoption when he was 9 months old, after pneumonia nearly killed him. He didn't meet her again until he was 48 years old. His adoptive father, Ellis Island, was a government employee who had made a small fortune in Chicago real estate, only to lose it all during the Great Depression. The man chose his own last name to honor Ellis Island, his entry point into America. The adopted son of a man broken by economic failure would spend his life building something that could never be taken away. By 2026, his net worth would be estimated at $201 to $203 billion, making him the sixth-richest person alive. Ellison attended South Shore High School in Chicago. At the University of Illinois, he was named Science Student of the Year. His adoptive mother died during his sophomore year. He withdrew without taking final exams. He moved to Berkeley in 1966 and began working as a computer programmer. In the early 1970s, he was at Ampex Corporation. His first project was a database system for the CIA, codenamed Oracle. That single word, that project name, changed everything. A researcher named Edgar Codd had written a paper called A Relational Model of Data for Large Shared Data Banks. Ellison read it. He understood it. He saw what everyone else missed, that databases would become the foundation of every business that would ever exist. In 1977, Ellison, Ed Oates, and Bruce Scott joined a startup called Software Development Laboratories. The company had been founded months earlier by Bob Miner, Ellison's supervisor at Ampex. 3 men invested $2,000 total. Ellison put in $1,200, roughly 60% of everything the company had. They built a relational database management system. They called it Oracle. The software did one thing: it organized data in a way that made sense. Where competitors built systems that locked information in, Ellison built a system that set it free. For the next 37 years, from 1977 to 2014, he was the CEO. The company he started with $1,200 would become worth hundreds of billions of dollars. But there's a truth hidden inside that success that changes how you understand it. Here's what matters: Oracle didn't innovate faster than its competitors. Ellison didn't invent the relational database. Edgar Codd did. What Ellison did was build the company that understood the market before the market understood itself. While competitors built databases for engineers and academics, Ellison built databases for every business that needed to scale. He didn't chase trends, he anticipated them. He didn't follow IBM's playbook, he rewrote it. The hidden truth is this: Larry Ellison became one of the richest men in the world not because he was the smartest person in the room, but because he was the most willing to bet everything on a single conviction at exactly the right moment. In 1977, relational databases were theoretical. Nobody knew if they would matter. Everyone who had lost money in the Great Depression taught the next generation to play it safe. Ellison's adoptive father had learned this lesson the hard way. And Ellison, the son of that failure, refused to repeat it. He took $1,200 and a borrowed idea and placed everything on the line. That decision, to bet everything when the outcome was uncertain, is what separates the billionaire from everyone else. Not intelligence. Not innovation. Timing and conviction. The pattern that matters: the most valuable companies in history are rarely built on proprietary breakthroughs. They're built on the willingness to execute a known idea at a scale and speed everyone else underestimated. Ellison didn't invent the relational database. He just understood that every business would eventually need one, and he was willing to mortgage his future to reach them first. The brevity of his moment as the world's richest person, 24 hours, tells you something important. Wealth at that scale isn't stable. It's a measurement of belief in a single moment. But the 48-year conviction that built Oracle before that moment? That was real. That was the actual story.